Hey, friends, I have a story for you today. About 10 or so plus years ago, I had my first business coach, and we're going to call her Sue. Sue was brilliant. She was amazing, successful, and obsessed with looking perfect. She had to have the perfect business, the perfect family, the perfect team. But behind the scenes, everything had to go through her. Every single decision, every single thought, every single everything. And nobody around her had any autonomy. And the pressure of keeping up this illusion was exhausting for her and for everybody around her, both family and at work. And the funny thing is that when I was one of her students, I thought, damn, this woman has it all figured out. Now I know she didn't. And truthfully, neither does anybody else. And I think that there's something to be said for age and experience. They've taught me a couple things. One of which is the people who look the most put together are often the ones struggling the most behind the scenes. Like that seven figure entrepreneur, she's over there wondering, do I even want my business anymore? I've done that. The mom who is juggling it all, she's crying in her car at pickup because she's exhausted. Mm, that too. The confident coach, she's Googling how to know what I want, like at 3 a.m. Or maybe she's saying to Chat GPT, I need to figure out my life. You know, we've all been there a little bit. And there's a difference that some people, it's not that they have it figured out and others don't. It's just that some of us have finally gotten comfortable with ourselves and admitting we're figuring it out. I don't know it all. I am not perfect by any way, shape, or means. And I'm the first one to be like, hey, sometimes I come across as a hot mess. And I've sat in like masterminds or small group settings or like just one on one conversations with friends and business associates. And there's some like common questions that I hear coming up a lot. And then one is like, is this all there is? Meaning like, you're kidding me. I've lost myself here, you know? And then do I even want this anymore? Am I even doing with what in my business with what I want? Like, am I doing what I want in my business? Is it going the direction I want my career to go? And then the other one is, well, what am I supposed to want next? Like, I think I'm supposed to take this path and direction, but boy, that doesn't sound very good to me. So now what? What do I do next? And then my favorite, am I the only one who's making it up as I go along? Oh, hell no, honey. We're all doing a little bit of that. We're all just trying to figure it out. And we're all just trying to make it up as we go along because humans are messy. And when we pretend that we're not messy, when we pretend like we have it figured all out, it it isolates us. It's like on TikTok and Instagram where people only show you like their best of the best, their highlight reels, not like real life. I don't know if any of y'all follow my Instagram or TikTok, but if you do, you will see my birthday challenge where I am filming something of myself every day. And some days it's a good one. Sometimes that's just rough and not real pretty, but it's real life. And, I'm sticking to it and I'm doing, what I said I was going to do, which was just be me in all the settings. So I am no longer presenting a highlight reel. I'm just being Heather. When we are pretending to like we got it all figured out, it keeps us stuck. Like we stay in the same old, same old, same old instead of maybe thinking outside of the box. It makes our stress levels, our cortisol levels, man, girl, they're off the charts because pretending to be perfect is exhausting. And it really erodes our leadership with our team and sends a really bad message to your kids. It's saying that it's never okay to change directions, you need to pivot or to make mistakes. And there's the quote that says to err is human. That's true. we are humans and we make messes and we make mistakes and we change our mind. And that's a good thing. And when I realized that finally, when I finally to the core of my being was like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I've had it. I am not pretending. I am going to share my messy middle and beginning and end and see where I go. My business got better because I was willing to try new things without shame and like worried about being embarrassed. I'm like, hey, if you don't like it and you don't like me, that's okay. No, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. My relationships got better. Um, I had friends and not friends and business friends who were more willing to open up with their struggles when they realized that I was up to my eyeballs in my own mess. My stress level dropped because I didn't have to be on all the time. My decisions improved because I was more willing to ask for help, and I was okay with making bolder moves because I just didn't want to be perfect anymore. And my team and my kids and my family grew because they realized that making mistakes is part of life. It's not a failure, it's the path to learning. So, if you take anything from this short little podcast today, I want you to remember that you have permission to not have it all figured out. You have permission to be in the messy middle of becoming who you are meant to be. You have permission to change your mind. You have permission to admit when something isn't working. And you have permission to stop comparing your behind the scenes to everybody else's perfect Instagram and TikTok reels. We are all learning to live in this messy middle. And that's kind of a gray space. It's like we're in between who we were and who we're becoming. And if I'm honest, the real skill isn't having all the answers, it's learning to thrive in that gray area, in that uncertainty. So here's my challenge for you this week, or my homework, whatever you like. I would like you to admit one thing that you don't have figured out. I also would like you to ask someone that you admire, someone you look up to, what are they still figuring out? Because I guarantee you it's something. And say to somebody, if they ask you a question and something about you and where you're going or what you're doing, you can go, yeah, I don't know. I'm just figuring it out. You're not going to apologize for it. And I want you to celebrate the questions because curiosity helps us learn and grow and blossom. And that's what I want. I want for not just me, but like for you too. I want you to be able to be curious and celebrate the questions and celebrate where you are in your life and bloom. The most successful women I know aren't the ones that have it all figured out. They're only the ones who are brave enough to admit it that they don't. All right, y'all. Bye.